Jonathan Jones for more on this. JJ, first, your reaction to this news that the Giants are releasing Daniel Jones.
Not overwhelmingly surprising here, Jeremy, because yesterday we heard from Daniel Jones. He had those prepared remarks. We knew, dating back to a couple of days ago when he was benched, when they went with Tommy DeVito and Drew Lock as the backup, that he was going to be inactive for the remainder of the season, that he was not going to play another snap for the Giants. Then we heard from Daniel Jones on Thursday where he acknowledged that, and he also acknowledged and admitted that it has been difficult for him this week, but ultimately that he did not win enough games and wished everyone well. And so the question then was, what are the Giants going to do with Daniel Jones moving forward? Are they going to say, hey, you can stay with us if you want to? Are they going to say, hey, you can go home? Or are they ultimately the relationship that owner John Mara has with Daniel Jones, because of how classy, frankly, he has conducted himself, how well he has comported himself there, the Giants felt that it was the right thing to do, the humane thing to do, if you will, to go ahead and release him. And so that is what we are seeing today. Obviously, he is subject to waivers at this point after the trade deadline. He's going to pass through waivers. No one is going to claim Daniel Jones. And then he's going to have his pick of where he wants to end up.
So I guess the next question is where do the Giants go from here? I mean, obviously, we know what the quarterback situation is moving forward, Tommy DeVito and Drew Lock. But looking a little bit further down the road, obviously this puts them in a spot to draft a quarterback.
It does. And again, we can talk about the free agent quarterback market. It's not going to be very strong, right? We are anticipating Justin Fields will be out there. Potentially a Sam Darnold. Is he going to go back to New York? Those are a couple of options. Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. But this is not the sort of quarterback carousel offseason that we have seen in previous years. At least that's not what we are anticipating. And so then you go to the draft. And are the Giants going to be in a position to draft maybe a Cam Ward or a Shedeur Sanders? And I'll talk quickly about Shedeur. This is a player that the Giants have paid very, very close attention to. I think it was last month that they sent 3 scouts out there to Colorado. Of course, there's plenty of players to check out at Colorado, but they did, of course, have an eye on Shedeur. And so you're going to hear plenty about that as the weeks and months go along. Will they be in a position? Remember, the Giants were very, very interested in drafting a quarterback this past offseason, this past April. They wanted to get up to number 2 and draft Jaden Daniels. They couldn't with the Washington Commanders. They wanted to get up to number 3 with the Patriots and draft Drake May. They couldn't. And so they stayed pat and drafted Malik Nabers, and all of that, of course, played out on HBO on that Hard Knocks series. And so this is their where they stand right now, but they do get a jump on things by going ahead and parting ways with Daniel Jones.
You mentioned the Hard Knocks situation. Obviously, the Saquon Barkley thing was something that put a lot of pressure on. A lot of fans saw that, and then Barkley, of course, had that breakout first part of the season with the Eagles. Now you get the Daniel Jones situation. So when you look at it now in terms of a big picture scenario with the Giants, what does this move say or mean for head coach Brian Daboll and general manager Joe Schoen?
So everything that I've heard, Jeremy, and you put it very diplomatically and very politely, and I think the question that a lot of folks who are watching this want to know, are the jobs of Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll in danger? We have heard from owner John Mara, who has said he does not anticipate and will not make any in-season change and does not expect to make a change in the offseason. All of that has been echoed to me. It was clear a month ago when John Mara said that the Daniel Jones experiment had failed. It was clear that the contract ultimately was a mistake. Plenty of people could argue that it was a mistake at the time, but certainly with the benefit of hindsight, it is. I believe that Joe Schoen is safe. I believe right now that Brian Daboll is safe. Any of that can change, and so we should house that on November 22nd and understand that that is where we stand right now. We'll see how the Giants with Tommy DeVito, if he does actually provide that spark. We'll see if they have to go to Drew Lock. But as it stands right now for the Giants, and I think we'll get into what's next for Daniel Jones, but for the Giants, it does seem as though they will be able to retain their jobs this offseason and work toward the next era of Giants football.
Okay, so JJ, you said it. let's talk about Daniel Jones. Next steps for him. You said he's not going to be claimed, so he's obviously going to be done for this season. But what does the future look like for him in the National Football League?
So, and just a quick note on that. So all veterans are subject to waivers because of his contract, and the quick math, he's due still around, I don't know, like $10 million. Teams don't have that sort of money in cap space in order to bring that player on, and so he's not going to be claimed on waivers. That then means that he would then be a free agent. So a team can claim him this season, and I do believe that a team will claim him this season on the veteran minimum. And so now it's a matter of will not claim him, but will sign him. And now it's a matter of where he wants to go. And you first start with systems with which he is familiar. And so immediately, I think about Buffalo. I think about the Buffalo Bills, who have Josh Allen, an MVP candidate, who's on the veteran minimum. I'm not saying he is their starter in 2025. I'm talking about either a backup on a playoff team right now for insurance, or a struggling team where he can immediately be better than the current starter. Any of those things can happen, but I think, number one, the place that you should look are the Buffalo Bills. Again, Daniel Jones has a say in this. He's going to clear waivers, and he's going to be able to determine where he wants to go for the remainder of the season and the postseason. I find it hard to believe if he has an offer from, let's say, the Buffalo Bills to be the backup, or the Las Vegas Raiders to compete with Gardner Minshew and ultimately be the starter in December. I think he's going to pick the Bills. So we will see what winds up happening over these next couple days. But Daniel Jones will be a free agent, and he will have his choice here in the next coming days.
Great breakdown, as always, from our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones, reacting to the news that the Giants are releasing quarterback Daniel Jones. Thanks for hopping on with us, JJ. Always appreciate it. In terms of the NFL on CBS, we'll get to that in a second because the Giants are playing there this weekend. But the Giants did release a statement saying, from the president, John Mara, Daniel came to see me this morning and asked if we would release him. We mutually agreed that it would be best for him and for the team. We hold Daniel in high regard, it goes on to say, and have a great appreciation for him. We wish him nothing but the best in the future.
Howdy, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Today, your number one source for all things America's team. If you're a diehard football fan and love our Dallas Cowboys, you're in the right place. So don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest Cowboys news. Let's get started. Movie camera, hey, Cowboys fans. Today, we've got a piece of news that's stirring up confusion and speculation about the future of our team. Could the Dallas Cowboys be interested in Daniel Jones, the recently released quarterback from the New York Giants? Stick with me until the end to find out what's really going on and share your opinion on this possibility. 3 o'clock, let's break it down. On Friday morning, the Giants announced they had released Daniel Jones, who had been their starting quarterback for several seasons. His 2024 season wasn't great. 7 interceptions, a 46.5 QBR, and a 2-8 record. Despite that, Jones is a veteran who could still attract interest from other NFL teams. Newspaper, but what really caught everyone's attention was that shortly after the announcement, Jones' name appeared on the Dallas Cowboys official website. Screenshots of his player card on the team's roster page went viral, leading many fans to wonder, could Dallas be considering signing the former Giants quarterback? Laptop computer, however, experts have cleared up the mystery. According to Nick Harris, a journalist from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, the Cowboys website keeps profiles of opposing players to use in content related to upcoming games. Since the Cowboys are set to face the Giants in Week 13 on Thanksgiving Day, Jones' name was there as part of the coverage for opponents. There's no concrete evidence that Dallas is genuinely interested in signing him. Broken heart, does it make sense for the Cowboys to sign Daniel Jones? With Dak Prescott out for the season due to injury and Cooper Rush currently starting, some fans believe adding a veteran quarterback could be a temporary solution. Others think Jones, given his recent inconsistent performances, wouldn't be the ideal choice for a team still hoping for a miraculous turnaround. Flex biceps, so what's next? Daniel Jones must still go through the waiver process before he can officially sign with another team. Starting Monday, November 25th at 4:01 p.m. Eastern Time, he'll be a free agent, provided no team claims him before then. Magnifying glass tilted left, now it's your turn, Cowboys fans. Do you think the Cowboys should consider signing Daniel Jones? Or should they stick with the quarterbacks already on the roster? Speech Balloon, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Share this video with fellow fans. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay on top of everything happening with our team. Here, we follow every detail and discuss what's next for the Cowboys. American football, go Cowboys! Let's keep supporting and debating what's best for our team's future.